Okay, another nice day, off to a picnic, this time to a place called Bellwood, which we've never been to before. So we're gonna scout it out, and we're taking the bike. Watch this. So here we are. We got the bike in the back. Had to take off the seat, and we actually did have to fold the bike and take off the handlebars to get it in. We got it well braced in there. We still have all our comfort items, including our bin for the Napier Cove and bug screen, picnic lunch, seat, etc. Now we know that we can get our bike, my bike, in here. We can get the bucket with the Napier Cove and bug screen in there with the hammer and the pegs, and 2 folding chairs and an extra chair. We have our folding mattress, trifold mattress, and we have pillows. So we have all the items for comfort if we want to take a nap, and we have 2 picnic baskets, so we're all set. Now we know we can get all that in there. Imagine if I could just add a big tent and a few other things for camping, but this is not camping. This is a day trip. So here we go. We have a platform set up inside our Honda, which we use to put our mattress on and sleep on when we set up the tent and we go camping and we sleep in our vehicle. A lot of times when we want to use the bike, we have pulled the ramp out to create more space, and then we get the bike in. But this trip, we found that if we just sort of wheeled the bike in backwards, right onto the ramp, that it was actually a lot easier. We had to lift it up a little bit higher to get it onto the ramp or the platform, but it actually worked better for us. This is a 100-pound bike. Somebody suggested taking out the battery, lifting that out, which was possible, but that's only a 10-pound difference, so I don't think that's going to really make that much difference in terms of getting it in or out of the vehicle. What I figured out at the end of this trip was when we take the handlebars and we bungee them to the front carrier part, that helps. So we found that lifting it out, in or out, dealing with the handlebars was a bit cumbersome. So, but we managed. And we kind of got a system. But every time you have a system, sometimes something else shows up. And so you have to revise your system. Isn't that what life is all about? Life is like that, yes. Keep in mind that you are witnessing a 71-year-old and 83-year-old who are hoping that all their muscles work at the right time and in coordinated fashion so that we can get this bike out. And no spoiler here, we do get it out and we're able to use it. Would you mind? Yeah, hold on. There are 3 things we lift off when we want to move the bike in and out. One is we take the seat off. The second one is we remove the handlebars, and then that third piece folds down as well. And all of that, it seems, is necessary in order to get the right height for the vehicle or the bike to get inside the Honda. So then we just gradually put it all back together. Okay, let it go down a bit.
Start to run forward.
Not yet. Okay. She's not locked up here yet, so...
You should lock it up.
Yeah. So
Push your fingers.
Push it in. Yeah. You can't... Alright, let's just lift it out.
That's the one that gets you. It's still it's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's not pushed in yet. Now you have to push with this, not with the tire. There you go. Knocked up. All set.
Vehicle side.
Right here it says vehicle side.
Vehicles go around then.
No, just means that this goes on to here.
If you've watched any of our other previous videos, you will know that we've set this up before and you've watched it before. But you know what? Every setup is different. And what makes it different? The wind is one factor. And just getting it coordinated. It is possible for one person to do this on their own, but sometimes it helps to have some help. And as you can see, we got the wind not necessarily working for us on this one. Sometimes it does. But once again, we still managed to do it. And it still serves a great purpose for us. Because once it is set up, it also blocks some of the wind for us. So it creates a nice little shaded, wind-proof area. And this time we didn't use the bug screen because we actually didn't need it. We had a lovely spot by Bellwood Lake. Now the Grand River runs into Bellwood Lake and then it continues on and the Grand River empties out into Lake Ontario. These are great chairs. Not only are they lightweight and easy and great for hiking, but when you sit in them, they actually position your hips and knees in the right position to release pressure on the spine. So they're healthy for you as well. You know, the wind is great in that it blows away most of the bugs. It's quite nice. Nice thing about the cove is if it rains, we can get in and zip it up and still enjoy it. I ride and Stanley walks. He's back there. There is a bridge over the water with a power system generating hydroelectricity, and you can walk right along the top and enjoy some great panoramic views of the reservoir and the river valley. So there's also a 120-step staircase that allows you to walk down to the face of the dam so you can have a closer look at the bottom. Now, when I walked across the dam, or the bridge, there was an American film crew working on an episode for a TV show. So I thought that was kind of neat. They talked with me, and at first they were almost apologetic that there were Americans in Canada. And then when I said, hey, I love Americans. Some of my relatives are from Philadelphia and New Jersey and over there in Detroit. And then the guy relaxed and settled down. Then he started opening up. He was born in Florida and all that sort of stuff. So it was interesting, that little bit of interaction, like there was some hesitation. You can't hear me because of the wind. But I'm saying that I'm riding on the Cataract Trail. It goes a long distance all the way from Caledon down into Mississauga. I'm just doing a small portion of it, and I'm going to show you some of that. But it is a beautiful, peaceful ride, at least this part that I went on. It's a fairly wide path. A lot of it is groomed like this, fairly level. And some of it's wide open into farmlands, and some of it is covered like this, which would be a great summer day ride. Our temperature is going up to 28 today. It's probably about 25 right now. Might be a bit warmer now. And it's great. This is my first time going on it. So I just take you along. Nothing like a relaxing ride, especially on a sun-filled blue sky, green tree, green grass day, and level path. That's important to me. Maybe that was a blue jay just flying in front of me. I don't know where he's gone now. It's quite a forest area. I forget how many acres of forest I'm riding through right now. We entered on what's called the Bellwood Conservation Park, and you go in there for the day, but you can connect up to the trail easy that way. You don't have to pay to go into the park. There's lots of places where you can connect up to the trail, like it's free to enter on up in Caledon, which I've done, but I picked this park today so that Stanley would have something nice to look at. Like there's lots and lots of geese over in the park where he's staying right now. And he will have what he calls a drift, which just simply means a nap. And he's done that as long as I've known him. So it's like the Europeans taking a nap in the afternoon, 2 o'clock, or the Mexican people taking a siesta. It apparently is very good for your health. I guess there's not too much to see along this path because it's pretty standard, but it is lovely. And I can feel the heat coming up from the ground. It's amazing how it absorbs the sunlight and reflects it upwards. So today is June 4. We are into June. Look, a bird box. I've wanted to do this trail since I first heard about it. I'd love to do the whole thing one day, but one of the things I like about this trail in particular, or using my E-trike, is that you get to look around. You have to watch your path and where you're going, but you still get to just look around and enjoy all the beauty and the scenery and the changing nature of the path and birds flying by. And so I definitely would recommend this kind of E-trike. So what I do, any kind of E-trike really, it doesn't have to be moon cool. I got a bug bite in my leg.
It it's relaxing. What do I want to say about it? You just go along in first gear and just take it easy and look around and enjoy. See if I can flip the camera around in my hands. There's a lot of bird boxes along here. Some of them are very creative. I'll see if I can get some pictures on my way back. I'm back. I guess if you've ever been on a trail, it could be pretty standard. Flat surface, and the lovely trails have grasses and trees and shade, some open spaces, things to look at. Some of them lead into little cafes in towns, and that's fun to stop and enjoy a tea or coffee or whatever. Originally, before Stanley's Lewy body diagnosis, I had wanted to be able to do a long bike ride and have him drive up and meet me at whatever town or place I was stopping at. But that now is out of the question because he's no longer allowed to drive, which is a big change for him and for me. I'm now the designated driver. I'm coming up to a road here, so I'm going to have to pay attention, turn off the camera and cross the road. Chipmunk. tractor crossing road. Hello.
Oh, that's a little all right.
I learned something on this visit about Lewy bodies. I asked Stanley, I said, you should take a ride on the bike. Go on out, take out the road, go to the dam, and have a look. And finally, he was able to manage the bike, and then he headed out on the roadway. And I said, all you have to do is just take this road, make a right-hand turn, and then the first right, and that takes you right over the bridge to the dam. What I didn't calculate or realize is that he might not be able to follow those directions easily. So he actually got lost. Well, not really lost. He just took some of the other roads in around the campsites and eventually made it back, but never made it to the dam. So I kind of learned something. Yeah, a little bit different. Life is different. I also learned that geese are a lot of fun to watch, but if you walk where they walk, you got to watch out for all the poop trails. You don't want to bring them home.